Looking for your next night out in Worcester? Tee Up Tap Room is the place to be. With 5 golf simulator bays, more than 20 dartboards, a full bar and kitchen, and leagues for both golf and darts running year-round, Tee Up is the go-to spot for competition and community. Swing by Tee Up Tap Room at 70 James Street in Worcester and see why it's the city's home for golf, darts, and good times.
Against Joe Ricard to take on this guy right here. Not a matchup that we see very often, but big opportunity for some big points for Rudge. If he can find a way to dethrone the Emperor. We are underway here in our very first semifinals match of the night. We saw Tom struggle to get going off the rip in the previous game that he had versus Berto. Berto coming out and firing in some fantastic darts, and I believe that those were Joe's darts that he was throwing. Unfortunate that he forgot his darts. Not sure if that's true. This is all just allegations made by me, who has no evidence to the contrary. But regardless, those darts that Berto was throwing were fantastic. Really gave Tom a solid run for his money down the board. It seems like they were neck and neck. Just came down to who hit the double first. As with most games of darts, Mark Rudge coming out of the gate swinging there against Joe. Really able to keep pace. Darts like this have just proven to be so reliable. Are we going to see a big 180? Shake of the head says no, but the 140 will do quite nicely. One of the things that we've really seen from Tom Curtin is that, well, this guy takes a little to get going, but it really is a push come to shove. The 140 from Mark Rudge breeds the 180 there from Tom Curtin. Again, you push, I push, everyone's happy. We have a great game of darts here. Solid 81, third dart saver there. You know, I have a feeling, folks, that Tom Curtin really just does this because he's good enough where he can. He doesn't need to be blowing up the 100s and the ton 40s every single time. It just gets boring. But, you know, if he can turn on the 140s and the 180s after someone pushes him just to show him what's for, well, you know, it's just a little bit more drama, a little bit more fun. Mark Rudge looking to have a lot of fun on that triple 20 segment. Will go down. And the bounce out, unfortunate there. These new Target Tour boards are not really known for their crazy bounce outs. The spiders inside of these boards have gotten so thin that whenever you see a bounce out like that, especially that violent, it is surprising. Tom Curtin with 164. Fortunately, won't be able to really knock it down too far. Will leave himself, looks like, only finding 45. So not a great visit there. Rudge, 159, no out. Can only knock it down from here. And he will do quite nicely. Just unable to grab that triple 20. But Tom Curtin, 119. Not a stranger to these long-range takes here. Finds the 19, so he will go up for the triple 20. Finds it, so going upstairs. One dart at tops. And he pulls it low. That would have been a great way to get this leg underway and this whole game and series underway. But Rudge, we saw him take out a ton plus. Wants that triple 20. Oh, he was trying to go tops, and he's punished for his arrogance. Rudge, just you can see the smile on Tom Curtin's face. He respects the cojones there from Mark Rudge, but not able to punch it home. This is the man that the WPL has created, that he gets one win under his belt, and he thinks that he can challenge the Emperor himself, Tom Curtin, with a tops take. But you love to see it. You love to see the confidence in a guy like that, taking those types of shots, taking chances at it. And Rudge finding looks like only 66 there. Fortunate left-right action on that second and third dart, not able to follow that first one. Tom looking to just keep things steady. Wants to keep things moving along quite nicely here. Able to find his way through that forest of flights to punch in 100. But again, going off of what we've seen so far, the shorter format that we've moved away from, the shorter format that we've gone back to from Season 2. Solid 140 there from Mark Rudge. The shorter format creates nerves. It creates drama. After 2 weeks of the long format action, again, if you were just tuning in for the first time, players found that it was just a little too much darts to be playing on a Monday night with a whole week of darts ahead of them. Production side, it was a little too long for us to be doing 5-hour streams consistently. We thank and appreciate everybody who tuned in for those full 5 hours these past 2 weeks. But for everybody, it was just a little too much great darting action, as I said a lot in the first 2 weeks. But shorter format really just throws all the form, all the pressure. I mean, it just blends it all together and creates crazy results that we've seen so far this week, and we love that. We love not the randomness of it, but just the uncertainty of it. You really have to show up for those games. And what drama it puts on display for all of us to enjoy. Great corrections there. Not able to find that second dart, but still 80 is no slouch. Rudge down to a 160 out. First one there, Tom trying to follow. Tom trying to drop that second dart in there. Does find it. Will be going probably to the center of the board here. Finds it because he's just too good. Finds the big whopping 130 baby fish visit. Leave himself 95, but oh, Rudge, this would be spectacular if you can wrangle this in. Unfortunately, he can't do it, but he will leave himself a ton. So both guys practically at the same level of out, but trip 19, double 19, a little bit trickier. Looks like Curtin was trying to go for the single bull there, but this is all just kind of getting awkward. Not able to find much of anything. Shake of the head, you can see. Classic Tom tilt of the head, a little grimace there on his face. Only able to leave himself 60, so Mark Rudge working with a ton. Oh, was he going to go double-double again? Oh, Mark Rudge, no, buddy, come on. We love to see it again. We love to see the effort there from Rudge, but again, this is the guy that will punish you for that if you go for those types of shots, so not there. Moving down to double 10. And pulls it just inside. Unlucky. So opportunities here for Rudge to steal this leg. Curtin struggling to find his way out. 2 darts at tops. Going down to double 10. Both guys missing by millimeters. And just outside. So double trouble here. Very much present in the second leg. Tom Curtin working at double 5. Able to find it with that second dart, no doubt about it. So already down 2 legs. In relatively short order here, Rudge. Not too far behind. He has been able to get close. But it just goes to show that 1 or 2 darts missed will leave you in a world of hurt here. Shorter format play. And Tom Curtin looks like he's firing in at 80, 95. Does find the 95. Just trying to look around the flights here. Unfortunately, I can't change the camera angle on the board, so I have to look just as hard as you guys. Rudge looking to follow with a 95, 85 of his own. Great darts. Decent starts here from both guys. Tom Curtin just trying to make that small micro adjustment, but those flights, even though that they spin, they're still getting in the way in the 60. Only able to walk away from that round with a 60. Opportunity here for Rudge. 1 triple will do nicely. Wants more. Still plenty of space in that bed. Can only find the ton. But still, both guys really keeping themselves honest down the board here. We love to see that. What can Tom do? 2 darts just hovering around it. Can't find it. A rare third dart error from Tom Curtin, only finding 41. Rudge trying to make that left-right correction there. Looks like he does find it. Not sure. The white flights make it difficult. Unfortunately, able to find that 38. Solid first start there from Mr. Curtin the Emperor, trying to follow it up, but it was just too perfect of a first. Blocking out, playing defense for both the second and third darts there. So all hope is not lost here for Rudge. Remember in the opening weeks here, I was having a lot of trouble calling him Mark, calling him Rudge, calling him Rudge. He's a man of many names. We love each and every one of them, but the man has been loving his darts more tonight, and so have we. Really giving everybody that he's been running into a good run for their money. Tom looking to try and correct, but he doesn't quite nab that trip 18, so here we go. More opportunities, even though he's not first to an out. Tom doing very well to leave himself 164, 218, still outside. One more would be quite nice. May elect to switch it up. Will choose to stay there. So 118 to 164, choose your way. 19s or 20s here. Looks like maybe 19s. Elects to go for the 20s, but a miss there. You can see the disappointment from Tom's face. He wanted to go for that bid. Able to find the ton, leave himself 64. I have a hunch that Tom just might go for double 16 here. If Rudge can't find this 118, it will not be found. Not able to correct in a meaningful way either. So 64 on the clock here. Tom Curtin, which way is he going to go about it? Finds 48, double 8. And it looks like he does take it. So 3 legs on the spin in short order, both guys.
Balboni Darts is the name in darts for Central Massachusetts and beyond. From dart sets and boards to accessories and apparel, they're the one-stop shop for any player looking to stock up or upgrade. Whether you're stepping up to the line for the first time or competing for trophies and checks, Balboni Darts is the store that the champion selects.
Respectable averages, Tom 76, Rudge at a 70.37. No mercy. Maybe too much messing about from Mark Rudge with those double takes. They are real chances. They are real ways to go, but when you think about the probability, the stats, the data of how successful those shots are, maybe not the smart choice to go. Game management, Tom Curtin knows plenty about that. He's been traveling around to local tournaments, traveling a little bit further outside of the Massachusetts area. He's really been making a lot of runs at these bigger tournaments here, playing against some great players, bringing all of that experience back to the WPL. And Rudge looks like he only finds 100 just on the wire, all over it. The game management is so important as you run deep, even in these short format games, just keeping it just out of reach, knowing which ways to go. Tom dropping his score down to 320 again. As I've said over and over again, darts is a mental game. The mental warfare that you play with your opponent, but mostly with yourself, really does impact every aspect of your throw. Keeping it together in your head will provide you with a lot of success, but it's easier said than done. That's why this game is so gosh darn difficult. Again, this is a family show, can't swear. 66 found there from Tom Curtin. But everybody, it seems like, from Season 2 to Season 3 has elevated their mental games, elevated their practice, elevated every aspect about their game, because, man, oh man, the pushing and shoving and the close and the tightness of all of these games has been remarkable to see. Tom finding that magic second dart again. So rare that he walks away from a round without finding at least one triple. Really hammering his way down the boards. 154 remaining already after 4 visits. And Rudge just trying to keep pace, unable to squeak that third dart in there, just clashing against it. 154 remaining. This would be a highlight reel take, but unfortunately will not go. Looking for corrections now. Just looking to set up. Does find that trip 14. Spectacular setup there from Tom Curtin. 1-2-2. Will leave himself 32. A little bit of respect there from Mark Rudge, and he needs to find something big, find a whopper if he wants to leave himself something handy, and he does find a ton. So while it's an outside chance, relying on Tom missing darts here, still a chance, and of course there's no chance. Unfortunate there for Mark Rudge doing so well to set himself up, but half step behind, 1 or 2 darts behind every single leg so far. That's 4 legs on the spin for Tom Curtin, who's looking to go for a flawless victory if he can try and secure it. So, second dart just bouncing off of the first one. Again, I have never seen a player get more frustrated with their darts, the WPL, than Tom Curtin does after his darts play defense against each other. And Rudge firing in a great visit from what I can see. 134 found. Solid darts there. The 19s have been so friendly for Rudge tonight. Tom just trying to follow again under pressure. Rudge has just been able to put players under a significant amount of pressure tonight. Be it these early round visits that set yourself up later down the round or the leg, excuse me. But this scoring has just been stellar. I mean, yes, we've seen a lot of, darts just barely on the left or right hand wires, but when Rudge gets it right, man, it looks good. Scoreboard update for everybody. Nick Soldo is one set up on Justin Burke. So who knows who's going to come out of that game. Solid ton 40 fired in from Tom Curtin. Chasing Rudge right on his heels. Doesn't want to let him go or get too far in front. Only finding 45, so the pressure is on, and Rudge is feeling it. Tom Curtin looking to try and keep it steady here. Needs to right the ship. Are we going to see a classic Tom Curtin third dart? We do. Critical find there with that third dart. Again, the rarity of Tom walking away from a leg without one triple. It's almost as rare as a Yeti, maybe? Other cryptids, Mothman? I can go all night. But it's pretty rare, folks. We'll just leave it at that. 1-for-1. Rudge doing very well to leave himself handy. First one to an out. Tom struggling to really find something worthwhile. Only finding 16, so needs a big third. Doesn't find it, so not the triple that Tom Curtin was looking to find here. And Rudge, 1-for-1. Again, we saw the big ton 19 against Joe Ricard, so we know that he's capable of it. He's always been more than capable of it. It's just putting the pieces together, finding the right combination. Unfortunately, all he can do is set up here. So Tom, the big 160. What can he do about this equation? Unfortunately, not much there. Shake of the head. Working his way down. So does find that trip, but the first dart was, well, just wasn't going where he was looking. So 78, 96, I'd rather have the 96. One dart needed to set it up. Double 8. And Rudge just millimeters away from taking out a spectacular 96. 78 from Tom Curtin. You have a feeling that this might just go. So 4 actually being found. Errors upon errors. So 60 remaining now for Tom Curtin. Rudge will have his shot. He will have his chance to break what potentially could be a flawless game here from Tom Curtin. Rudge, 3 darts at double 8. And only 1 is needed. So Rudge taking a leg on Tom Curtin, defying the Emperor's orders. That would be quite extreme, folks. I apologize. Sometimes I have to remind myself that this is indeed a family show. Can't have any of that here on the WPL podcast. Oh, my goodness. Monday night streams are always so fun. Tom looking to line up there. Great find on that second dart. Looking for more, and he does find the big 140. Solid visit, solid stuff. Rudge under pressure here. So, again, sneaking in one leg is already an achievement in itself. But Rudge looking for more points here. Not sure if he's going to get it with only finding 30 there. Unfortunate. But as we've seen, Tom Curtin playing against other players like Joe Ricard and Ron Sargent, you push this man, he's going to push back with twice the force. Not really somebody that you want to make angry in a match because he will start to light it up. And it seems like the consistency is still there for Rudge, just not able to find the darts quite the right place that he wants them, but still in the general area. Tom Curtin looking to just keep things moving here with this scoring power, just denied by the bottom section of that triple 20. 85 punched in. Rudge working with 3.52 after 3. Tom Curtin a much more respectable 1.76. So pressure's on. One more needed at the minimum here, and he does find the 140. Solid darts there from Mark Rudge. Dropping his score down, but it's not enough to really put pressure on this man right now. That first dart into that triple. Oh, 2 in there. Are we going to see the big round of 9? I don't think, no, that third one's in that. Oh, we do see 26. Unlucky. But it'll be just enough to get down to an out. Rudge needs at least one. Electing whether or not to stay. Will stay on it. And just barely denied again. Defense on those flights. So 150. Oh, come on, Tom. Go for double bull. Oh, man, this man, he's just too much of a professional, ladies and gentlemen. He's just too good. He would never mess around with something like that. Which is both a blessing because it's the right thing to do and a curse because, man, that would be so cool. I'm not going to say boo this man because he is playing some great stuff. But, come on. It would be cool. Rudge not able to find his way out of a 1-5-2. 80 scored. Can't hit the Big 12, so a little bit of a frustrating remark there out of the mouth of Rudge. Again, we don't have a microphone in the players' room for a very specific reason. Tom looking to correct, and he can't find the correction here, so 17 scored. 57 remaining, I believe, if my math serves me correct. Not sure what the plan was from Tom Curtin there. Little confusing. 23 scored, so maybe a brief loss of focus there. Can Rudge take advantage of it? I don't really see slips like that from Tom Curtin very often, and Rudge not able to seize on the opportunity, so needs a dart to expend. Again, a little bit of a chuckle between both guys, just not sure what's going on. Might have been the other game next door. Again, we have two games going on in the same room, so close quarters, anything can happen. And that double 20 did not happen there for Tom Curtin, down to double 10. And he pulls it inside, so loss of focus. Again, more opportunities for Mr. Mark Rudge. Double 16, it's been a friend in the past. Will it continue to be friendly? And it is friendly, so 2 legs. The comeback is real, ladies and gentlemen.
Since 2014, U.S. Sports and Apparel has been helping teams, companies, and organizations look their best. From embroidered polos to customized uniforms and fan gear, they have the expertise and the people to do it all. Their catalog includes spiritwear, athletic equipment, and promotional items. From mugs and golf balls to jackets and hoodies, everything is branded to your specifications. For gear that works as hard as you do, trust in U.S. Sports and Apparel to get the job done right.
And again, not sure exactly what happened in that room. I heard some laughing, heard some chuckles, but that'll all dissipate as this man gets back to business. And are we going to get back to business with a big 180? Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. 180 found there from Tom Curtin, getting things going. This man, again, he has been there on the cusp of finding a 9-darter. Joe Ricard joined him last week. Not finding it, but getting close. So are we going to see Tom Curtin get close again? 4th dart's good. 5th dart fails him. Boo, boo this man. Oh, man. Again, headhunting for that 9-darter. There's not even a bonus for hitting a 9-darter here at the WPL. We can't afford it. Maybe someday in the future we could afford a bonus for that, but it sure would be spectacular. And we'd probably find some way to reward him. We'd probably give him something to enjoy. Hopefully we see one at least this season. If not, maybe in coming seasons. We'll never know. You can never quite predict them or catch them. They're so elusive. Doing very well to drop that 3rd dart in that 25 segment for 65 scored, leaving himself a very nice 116. Rudge looking for a 180 of his own. It won't go, but the 100 will drop the score down to 277. Still outside of Tom Curtin's reach here, but again, not really under a lot of pressure. Rudge will still have one more opportunity if he can't get it done in this leg. A little bit of a messy second. Exhale there from Tom Curtin. Knows that it might not just be on for him tonight here. The clinical darts, the clinical takes that we've seen from everybody. Something's in the air tonight. Something's just off. Might be the aura of the Dreamboat, which is just not here to inspire everybody to play gifted darts. But you never know. Players are so finicky with routines, with suspicion, with things not being just quite right. And looks like Tom Curtin trying to get this right, and he gets it wrong. Third dart failing him. Double 5 found instead of double 20. 30 left, but again, no pressure to get this done right now. 253 is a long way back, and Rudge can only dig. Can't quite dig as far as he needed to see daylight. So, 30 remaining. Is he going to go straight at it? He elects to go straight at it. So a miss here could be quite punishing. 153. Outside chance, but Mark Rudge will have a look at 153. So a little bit of a step back here, a little bit of a breath. This would go in the all-time WPL takes. Oh, won't go. Continues to try and set up here. So double 15, a weird one. I'm not sure if Tom will go for double 15 first start. He tried to go for it, so he has to correct, leaving himself 8, and he finds the double 4. So a little bit of an adventure there to get out of that leg, but it is marked for the Emperor. And we have a last leg decider here. Mark Rudge will lead off. Victory here will push us to a deciding set. But it's under the responsibility of this man to hold his throw, and the 140 will do nicely. A little bit of respect there shown from Tom Curtin. Pressure, pressure, pressure building here. And that is a brutal block. Tom electing to stay there. Looks like he does sneak it in to find 83, but advantage in the hands. Mark Rudge needs to find more consistent darts. Keep it at least in the same segment. Wants 100, can't find it, but the 60 will do nicely. So again, Tom Curtin over 100 points behind after the first visit. Wants another one of those to keep pace and jump ahead, and it looks like the darts playing defense again. Those spinners not quite working as well as he wanted them to. 318, 301, Rudge still holding a slight lead here. Triple, maybe 2, maybe 3 needed, and not that. Adjustment needed, and he can't find it, only finding 43, so you feel that Tom Curtin's going to jump ahead here. Throw the pressure right on Mark Rudge to try and defend his throw. Does find that big second. And he does find that big third, so the 140 finally answered there from Tom Curtin, jumping all the way down to 178. Ton of pressure on Mark Rudge. Needs 2 triples, finds 1. Can't find the third one. Wow. Solid ton found, though. 158, first one down to an out. Tom Curtin has certainly changed his demeanor a little bit. Pushed that one, you could tell, with the extra force. Has to correct down now. Does find that brilliant correction down to the trip 19s. 158. Story of the night. Rudge has always been able to dig deep and find these ton-plus outs when he needs them. This would be the time to deliver. First dart found. Second dart not able to go. Going to correct to the 18s. He does find the 54th, so the score has been dropped down considerably, but 86 in the realm of possibility for the Emperor. One more needed. For bullseye, Tom Curtin. And he finds it, the bullseye take, and the smile from Tom Curtin. He knew it. He had to take it. Mark Rudge was waiting in the wings, knowing that he was going to just take all of it if he could get there.
Looking for a way to support the Worcester Premier League directly? Check out our coffee page. Every dollar donated goes right back into the league, helping us cover operations and build a bigger prize pool for the players. Your support makes it possible for us to keep the WPL growing season after season. Once again, your donation helps us keep the competition thriving and the darts flying. Visit our page at coffee.com/WPL darts to make a contribution today.